Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of All the Mods 6. How are you guys doing today? How's life? In between the episodes, I have been slightly busy. I have expanded our farm a little bit, and I have made some dirt seeds, cause I'm tired of making cheaty dirt. I was thinking that we keep this side for mystical agriculture, and this side for normal crops. And I do admit, this side does not exist yet, but it will. And I noticed that we have Psy in the mod pack, so we do have a few spells. Not all of them are incredibly useful, but we do have Silk Touch. We can break blocks. I know, a pickaxe can also destroy blocks, but this one was at a distance. And we have a semi-functioning magnet. But the best one is this one. It does a 3x3. Don't you worry, I'm gonna fix it. If I remember, I'm going to put a link in the description so that you can also find these spells, cause obviously I have not made them. So what is the plan for today? Well, I want to get into Applied Energistics. I know that we don't have enough essence, but that should be enough to get us started. The most tedious part of Applied Energistics is to make inscribers, and I really hate it. But it is what it is, so let us get over with it. For some reason, the recipe for making silicon has been changed. You need the actual crystal and not the dust. Which is weird, and since we have an enriching factory, making pure crystals is not a problem. So the first inscriber that we're going to make is going to be silicon, and for making the inscriber itself we need a little bit of slime, which we don't have, and thankfully we have plenty of mushrooms. Generally speaking, you only need 5 inscribers, 3 for the circuits, 1 for silicon, and 1 for assembling the processors. But I'm actually going to go with 9, 3 for silicon, 3 for the circuits, and 3 for the processors, because I think that would be much faster. And talking about things that could be faster, you're one of them. Anyways, here are 9 inscribers. Just out of curiosity, is it like Skybees? I can connect you to power and you will have power? Yes. So we do not need the energy acceptor. That is good. And we are going to set them up over here. Obviously we do not have auto crafting yet, but we are going to automate everything using Xnet because it's very functional. So let us make a few connectors, and I think for the moment 16 is going to be enough, and we upgrade them to advanced. We also need some sort of an energy cell, and I think we go with mechanism. Cause you know, these ones are easy to upgrade. So how do we want to do this? Well, I'm going to program the top ones first. So let us make a cable and come down. I will have my controller over here. We will have a flux plug, and we're going to have an energy cube on top. So you are filling up, that is good. And I think I have configured it correctly, so you're also getting power. Perfect. We also need to have a connector on top of the controller and one more on top of the energy cube. So we just tell you to extract on top as well. Okay, cool. For the moment we have 3 inscribers, 1 energy cube, and obviously the controller. We're going to create a channel for energy. We're going to extract the energy from the energy cube, and we're going to insert it into the inscribers. So now you should have power, right? Yes. I don't really want to waste the essence in order to make more silicon press, so we're going to copy it. I have not checked the recipe, but I think if we do this, you will make a copy, right? Yes, very good. That makes me happy. So we put 1 more over there and 1 more here. I actually forgot the most important thing. We also need something for storage, which also needs a connector, and we need to run cables. Why is it so hard to run cables? Okay, we go down. After a lot of cabling, now we have an inventory. So we make another channel for items, and we want to extract silicon and insert it into the inscribers. And I'm assuming for silicon we can insert items from the back, and that is the west side. So if I put 1 silicon, will you go in? Yes. Are you working? Yes. So obviously we do the same for all 3. So I'm connecting 3 more inscribers to the system, and we're going to make another channel for items. This guy is going to extract the silicon and insert it into the inscribers. But we want it to be from the bottom, because you know, silicon goes here, the circuit goes there, and redstone goes over here. So let us try this one more time. One of these guys should get silicon. Are you getting it? Please? No? Oh, this is my mistake. You cannot extract printed silicon from the back, you have to do it from the sides. So I'm guessing north? East will do. Okay, east will not do. Can we go to, I don't know, north? Okay, I just made a boo-boo and I realized it. Don't you worry. So I was trying to extract from this inscriber, which is that one. I needed to extract from the middle one, because this one does not have a silicon. So the settings are actually correct. You can extract from the side and you can insert from the bottom. We just need to paste the settings, and now it should work. There you go. It went in this one. So if we put a little bit of silicon inside, that should be automatic. Oh, and by the way, this is so nice. You can copy the setting and just paste it. Like so. You see, all of them have silicon. The question is, do we have enough of you? Probably not. I have a few fertilized essence, so we can make a fertilizer. Although I'm not really sure, is it good? Oh yeah, it's not that bad. So that should be plenty. Therefore we can have our engineering press, the logic press, and the calculation press. So I can connect these three as well. And just in case I don't get very confused, we're going to name them as well. So you're going to be calculation. Yes, exactly. You can see that this one is called calculation. And we put the press inside. The second one is logic, and obviously the third one is engineering. In order to make all of the processors, we need 5 different material, right? So we're going to extract all of them from the barrel, and we just need to allocate them. Pure Certus will be for calculation, gold is for logic, and diamond is for engineering. So let us get one of each so that we will have a sample. We should extract the circuits and insert them into the other inscribers from the top. This is engineering, so you get engineering. This is calculation, so you get calculation. And this one is logic, so you get logic. On the same channel that I'm extracting the silicon, we also need to insert redstone. And that should be from the west side. So we just copy and paste. If I have not done any mistakes, we should get a few processors. We will see. Okay, that is good. You are wrong. That is fine, because sometimes when you're programming the system, some items just go in before you're finished with the programming. So there is one very small mistake with calculation. Yeah, I made a very small mistake with the calculation, and I just need to export you, not the crystal. And if that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the digital era. That is not a chest. Since we don't need you anymore, you can go to the void, and we should start crafting our applied Energistics system. Actually, before that, we should probably upgrade that stupid enrichment factory because it's incredibly slow. Oh, you're worse. I should have done it in that. I really hate being this poor. I managed to gather a little bit more resources, we have a few processors, and that should be enough to get us going. I think for the moment we just dump everything inside the chests, and we start crafting. Obviously we're going to start with a controller, we will have 2 drives, and if nothing goes wrong, 1 ME terminal, and we just upgrade it to crafting terminal. And the rest of the resources that we have, we can just spend it on storage. Don't use these. We have the pure versions. Use them. For some reason, it just wants to use those. I don't know why. Okay, for now we can have 21, I don't know, maybe a bit more? Yes, we can go to 4K, I can have 2 16Ks, and that's not bad. But since in this mod pack we have a little bit of garbage, maybe we should also get a few more 1K ME storage cells. And that is exactly 10. Good. Where do we set it up? I think for the moment we just put it over here where our furnaces used to be, and we should be okay. Yeah, why not? And I can put my furnaces over here. But we need one more, cause otherwise it's not symmetrical. That is a decent amount of storage. I'm happy. We just need to power it, and we're good to go. So can I break the chests? Yes. You should know that this is the part that I love the most. The system that we have over here, we're also going to use it later on in order to automate everything with power. But there is one giant flaw with the entire thing. Do you know what it is? It's not centered. It was supposed to be here. It's okay, I will fix it later on. Anyways, now that we have an applied Energistics system, we can call this place home. How do we improve our living conditions? Maybe we can put you in the center and you will look better. A bit. I can have 1 block over there, 1 block over there. We can get a few facades and cover you. We should definitely make an extra furnace for here. And can we get some kelp? How do you get kelp? What magic is this? Aha. I had absolutely no idea that you can waterlog a sieve. Oh, you can. This is a heavy sieve, so I'm using compressed sand. Oh nice, we get aquamarine and ink sacs. And kelp. Oh, you can just plant it on stone. Interesting. Therefore, I'm assuming if we get a phytogenic insulator, give it some water and some RF, we should be able to duplicate you very slowly. Yeah, this is incredibly slow. We need some upgrade kits. Making the alloys is so easy. You just make the dust and you smelt it. Okay, reinforced. Well, it's working significantly faster. There is a flux amplifier. Will you increase the speed? Yes. I have never used kelp blocks because I never managed to get them. So let's see how they look. It's not bad. Yeah, I would say we can use it just a little bit. There is a point where I should have stopped, but I don't know when it was. Maybe it was around this one. Generally speaking, it's not the worst. I can live here. Anyways, my most important achievement for today is that I centered that guy. It took me a while, but now it's functioning. I also installed some acceleration cards and it's functioning decently fast. Obviously when we have auto crafting we're going to switch this one with an ender chest, but for the moment it's going to work like this. The filtering is still the same, but I think now it looks much more neat. So enough of fooling around, let's get back to business. Oh, and we have a purple bed. We need to start working on a mob farm, and I think for that we need a jetpack. Why do we need a jetpack? Because here is the problem. Mobs will not spawn within a radius of 32 blocks around you, right? I don't think we have a version of Cursed Earth, so it has to be a normal vanilla mob farm. If I build it over here, then I have to stay away from this area. If I build it over there, then I can't get closer than 32 blocks, and you get the idea. So I was thinking, we go down. Right now we are at Y level 66, so we can go like 40 blocks down. But all of that being said, we actually need a jetpack. That should be the last of our leather. Yes. Okay, I had to gather a little bit more iron and redstone, and let us see if we can craft it. The wooden one is very cheap, so obviously, which for some reason was a quest. Making copper is also easy peasy, and from there we can go to iron, but I need more iron. And just in case, what is after iron? Steel? Yeah, I think we go with steel because after that we can upgrade it to diamond. Oh, we can't. Ew. It's fine, steel will do. I made the steel jetpack and then I wanted to charge it up using Flux networks. I made a basic Flux storage, but this one can only hold 1 million RF, so I thought maybe instead we just make 2 of these. Although the only thing that I'm not sure is that can we afford it? No. I can afford 1. Maybe we can afford 2? I don't know. Because I was out of obsidian, that's it. And I just got a little bit more. We need 4 more blocks. That's 16 of you? Yes, perfect. And here is the upgrade, so we have 2 of them. And where do we put the controller? I don't really know, we just put it there for now. So now if I wear this, you will charge up. And we can fly. That is perfect. So are we losing energy or are we gaining energy? Okay, that's fine. I want the mob farm itself to be as center as possible. So we're just going down from the bedrock. Which number was the Y level? Oh, okay, 40. I got scared. Why is it so dark? We have some red dye and I just realized something very important. Because we need to have a mode of transportation between our platform and the mob farm. And I was thinking maybe we can make a waystone. We also want the mob farm to be incredibly dark, so we cannot take a lantern. I'm going to take some glowstone. This is 66. This is 34. I think it's enough. We can stay here. Because you should also remember that we should not be more than 128 blocks away from the mob farm. Otherwise mobs will despawn. So if I go to Y level 0 and then I don't know, go over there, that should be more than 128 blocks. Anyways, let me make a platform and I'll be right back. I have made a very small platform over here which is 11 by 11 and that is going to be the size of our mob farm. I don't think we need to go higher than that. And if we do, hello? I was going to say that if we need a bigger one, then we'll think about it later on. What do you sell? Enchanted golden apple. Oh yes. Yes, definitely we're going to buy it because I'm not going to brew potions. Oh, you will only sell 1. Jerk. Actually, I need mushrooms. Because we need a decent supply of slime balls. Anyways, we do have mob grinding utilities in the pack, so making a grinder should not be a problem because this recipe is extremely cheap. And the best part is we can put fortune on it, as well as sharpness. And if I have enough resources, maybe beheading. Therefore, let us start crafting. We get the mob masher, we need a lot of iron swords. And how many sharpness can I make? 4. I thought I made a lot more swords. We can make 5, we need 3 more swords. There you go. And I also made the fortune upgrade, so that is good. For transporting the mobs we cannot use a fan because I cannot make the upgrades because I don't have any feathers. At first I thought I'm going to use vector plates, but vector plates are going to require a lot of black dye, which is something that I don't have at this very moment. And then I saw this one. It's called an entity conveyor and it is from mob grinding utilities and it basically works like a vector plate. It's slightly more expensive because it requires iron, but we don't have an issue. We are out of iron, but don't you worry, we have plenty of ores over there. Oh, one of the llamas died with 2 leather. Thank you. That was an actual accident. I didn't do anything. Oh, this is more than we need. We need like 120, right? It's okay. We also make this upgrade just in case we get Enderman because we don't want them to teleport. We make 2, because the range is like 8 blocks, and obviously we need a vacuum hopper. And do we have any dark glass? Latex? Sure, never. This is called dark glass. It blocks light, and it's just glass with coal. Of course I'm going to make it. We also need a teeny tiny bit of building material. Oh, and by the way, I hooked up the furnaces to our applied Energistics system, so everything is being imported into an interface. And I did put some upgrades inside the pipes. They're amazing. And just in case you didn't know about the upgrades, you should actually try them. I should probably also mention that the difference between the conveyor belt and the vector plate is that this guy is a full block. So I think what we're going to have to do is to extend the platform by 1 block. And you. The question is, can I be a very lazy person and use a wand? Oh yes, so we want something, if I manage to get out, yes. We want something like this, right? Wherever they go, they will funnel into the center. I also just remembered that we need a block of redstone for the mob masher. Whoops, I'm guessing that is a lesson. Don't do that. There is a huge roof above us, so we don't technically need the dark glass, but I want to be able to look inside. So this is why I needed dark glass, otherwise I don't think you need it. That's not very good. We have to hurry. I should have brought torches. Yeah, let's go bring torches. I'm just going to remove this raw, which could give us some mobs. I hate working on top of the void. It's a garbage place. So let us see if everything works. We're going to give you the upgrades, and we're going to remove the glowstones. Oh, I can't reach that one. Okay, there you go. I'm hoping that this place is going to be incredibly dark. Let's give it a test. Did we get anyone? No. So we do have a very small problem. The tooltip says mobs can spawn on this block, right? But nothing spawns on this. The moment that I remove them, look at the mobs. I'm guessing we need vector plates. I would have loved fans, but getting feathers is a problem. There is this fluffy feather from Silent Gear, but I don't know how to get that. It seems that there is a seed which you get it from itself. I don't know. It's very confusing. I just realized something very stupid. I have this. Why am I growing sugarcane? We just give you some phyto grow and you're going to give me 6 each time. Today we did manage to get 25 ink sacs. How many vector plates can I make? 96. I need 5 more. That's it. And if that is the case, let me get a little bit more and I'll be right back. I made myself a torch launcher from Cyclic and I lit up the place. So we just have to go like 128 blocks away and come back. We can go back, right? Are we good? Yes. I think the first thing that we should do is to remove you, and I should probably go and get some building blocks. Alright guys, I have been AFK for maybe around half an hour. Let's see what we got. I have 3 diamond chests over here and 2 of them are full. Okay. Honestly speaking, that is not a bad yield. I think we need to start making a storage system for this because I'm not going to keep this in the applied Energistics. I went up ahead and set up a storage for our mob farm. I still have to filter out all the loot and I think there are still a few parts missing. Oh, we got feather. Nice. But why just 1 feather and 7 chicken? I don't know. Anyways, I also made a patch of grass and I was going to say that we're going to get passive mobs. It seems we got our first one. I think he just literally spawned right now. Anyways, I do have a plan for next episode and I was hoping that before we wrap up this one, we upgrade some of our machines from Mechanism and get a few new ones. Oh, and by the way, the ender chests are going to be for item logistics. This is going to be for Inferium so that we can convert it into Superium. And this is experience. I think the way that we extract it was through a singularity tank. You know, I could be wrong, but I think this is how it works. You just open it. Yes, it's not incredibly fast. We cannot get into Mechanism without having access to a lot of alloys and circuits. So let's make them. I think that should be enough for 3 stacks. Hopefully. The issue is that they have changed some of the ratios and I'm not really sure how it works. Ah, you need more? Okay, I think we have access to a decent supply of alloys. I have a little bit more in the ME system, so let us get crafting. The first machine that we're going to add is an Osmium Compressor, so that we would be able to make refined obsidian ingots. So for the moment you go over there, here are the upgrades, and make me some refined obsidian. Thank you. Although now that we have access to refined obsidian, we can make you, right? It either needs vibranium or refined obsidian. We have both. And honestly speaking, this is a cheaper recipe. We use this one. There you go. Sorry Stonebreaker, you were a good pickaxe. For the project of next episode, I'm going to require a combiner, which has a relatively expensive recipe. You need all the elite circuits. And then for upgrading it, you need basic circuits. Okay, if you don't know what is the use of the combiner, you use it in order to make ores. You give it the dust, and it will give you the ore. Obviously, it's not efficient at all, but it's very useful if you just want the ore. Now that I'm thinking, we are only generating 3000 RF per tick with our reactor. That's not enough. Oh, we have 71 more casings, we need more fuel rods. I think we go with 10 more fuel rods. Basically what I want to do is that I want to double our reactor. That's it. Oh, and by the way, in the entire time that we set up this reactor, we only have 2 wastes. I need a very small space for a machine area, so I think we go a little bit further back. So this time the reactor is going to be 5 by 5 by 6. And the rest of the setup is going to remain exactly the same. They say that if you want to check how much a civilization has advanced, you should measure their power consumption. We just had to double, so we are advancing. I would have loved to advance a bit faster, but you know, this is the speed. What can you do? Oh, you can do it with a wrench. That's easier. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering what I'm trying to do is that I set up the outputs of the machines in the back so that we can extract everything from the back and put it inside the interface so that it will go to our applied Energistics system. And in this way, if I want to craft something, I just make them in bulk and they will go to our ME system. I don't have to stand here. maybe we should also do a little bit of dabbling with mechanism, because if you put the chunk inside an enrichment chamber, you will get iron dust and you will get 2 ingots. So, 1 energized smelter and 1 enrichment chamber. We want you to export to the left, and of course we are going to upgrade them to the maximum. I also brought some tier installers, and I think we go to ultimate, just for these 2. That's it. The question is, how fast are you? It's decent, but it's consuming 1,800 RF per tick. We can afford it temporarily. Anyway guys, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.